What's good, tribe? This is Chef Third Eye Zoe. You know the vibes. Happy New Year. I must say that first. Glad we all made it. Now let's get into this next virtual tour, which is back on the Las Vegas Strip at one of the most prestigious and upscale hotels. It has over 300 pieces of art, and they have artists all throughout the hotel. Buckle up and let's go see exactly what's going on. Let's get into it, tribe. We are down here on the Las Vegas Strip, coming in from Harmon Avenue, going in the back way. Don't even worry, I will show you the front way on the Strip to walk in or to get dropped off by an Uber, or as we're going, you can see now coming with the car. On the side to the right, we have the Badara and the Aria hotels, and then where we're going is on the left. It is the middle of the week, a nice day, first of the year here in Las Vegas. You know, I'm trying to show you location and landscape to get to this hotel and casino where you can live long term. You can come in and play at the casino. You can eat at the restaurants. You can go to the movies. You can also see all this beautiful art exhibit, over 300 pieces. And then you can also just go have a meeting, bring your people, your group or whatever. They have conference room on one level or two levels actually. And don't even worry, I have a map to show you everything once this is all done. So now we're about to turn in and get into this location. The first thing I noticed coming in is these long, elegant, eclectic letters spelling out the Cosmopolitan in this silver, chrome. Yes, coming into what they call the Port Concierge, where people are dropped off from Ubers to private cars. Now we're headed down to self-parking. Yep, they have 3 levels of self-parking, so it's good and it's free for local residents. So now that you're heading on in, you see these green lights, and the red lights is for parking, meaning it's available or it's not available. That 3 means there's 3 available spaces, which gives you effective and cost efficient parking. Now, Vegas residents being free is also another perk, as well as MGM rewards if you have a certain level of membership. And you can check out both in the links I have in the description. So now I knew that I was going to see an art collection, but I didn't know how it was actually going to be presented to me. So I was looking for somebody to get some help. And this young man came willingly to let me know where the concierge office was, because that's where I needed to go. And that's who said they would help me. First of all, how you doing? Good. Where's the concierge office?
Concierge. Where we at? It's on the first floor.
Okay.
Boulevard. So when you go up to the first floor on this side, you have to cross over, like kind of like go all the way to the other side of the casino. And
okay.
Like kind of by the front desk.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
Of course, you too.
Thanks. Now that we know where we're going, let's get on in here. So I called ahead, and the lady said that this was the concierge, and they had tips and a resource to help me do this tour that would make it easier. Look at the welcome sign. Isn't it awesome? So I took her up on her offer, and that's the first stop I'm going to make. Now, as we enter in here, we don't know if these people live here, they're shopping, they're running errands, they're going to a movie, or leaving from playing in the casino. And then there's a Avis rental. And then we have pictures we already see, that is art. But look at that one. Wow, a head on a swivel in blue water. How amazing. Now hop on this. Well, here is actually the public places you can go in this location. So I'm about to hop on this elevator, not knowing that I got off on the wrong level because I wasn't really listening. I was half listening. But anywho, let's check this out. I'm seeing art already that's looking amazing. Everybody has their nameplates on the artwork, but not all. So as we go through, you'll see what I'm saying. This guy is Dennis Nagatani. You can pause, hold each picture and see and do your own research. That's why I try to make it slow. Andrea Promuk, and she is Emergence. This is the name of the piece, so you can go look it up. And we see the Christmas tree. This is like a reception area, but no one's in here. Look at this beautiful piece with this lady looking like she's in the ocean, and then there's nature, and it's very nice. And again, this is Mallory Dawn. The name of this piece's cover is Aerosol, Ink, and Pigment. That's kind of hard to put together, so that's what she used to actually create the piece. And then we had another piece over here in the corner. It looks like a whole continent. I don't know what it looks like to you, but that's the thing about perception. Then we zoom in here and see who that artist is. Look at the Vincent van Gogh sitting on the desk. So it's looking all art deco in here. The Christmas tree with all the details. It was only like January the 6th or so. Not even then. It was like the 3rd. I'm sorry. Now, as we exit out this area, we come into a private parking space where I see this Buddha in the corner. I actually saw it from the other side. It looks so amazing. It's definitely a tribute, and the Cosmopolitan has several different tributes to Buddha in the actual hotel as part of the collection as well. So I see that on this other side it has some cacti, which means that this is a flower pot, not even a statue, which makes it even more amazing. And as you can see, they don't need much watering, so it fits perfectly with the ambiance. And you're not going to be doing too much watching of a cacti, so that's a perfect place for it. Now, there are some choices in parking from valet to private if you have a residence or whatever. So we're entering the parking garage and going out of the parking garage because I came out on the wrong floor. But nonetheless, I did promise you an on foot of the Nike SB Dunk. So here we go. As promised, here we are at the top in the silhouette of this Nike SB Wutang Clan collab. You see it. Now, going to the front, the toe box is nice with the midsole being white. It pops really great. And then you see that slight imperfection on that front toe box. So make sure you look for that because that is also related to the cut and it will be in other shoes, not just mine. And then on the side, you see how the threading of the shoe is in the back. The foam is extra comfort. And that upper part also, there's no imperfections on the sewing or the seam. You got to pay attention to these details to make sure you have an authentic pair. The tongue is the black on yellow Wutang symbol, which just is another extra pop. We come into the side, that toe box again is nice and firm. And then we have the swoosh symbol. We have the Wutang symbol in the black. At the top again, we have that little tab in the back that you can hold the shoe with. And then my flat feet, I'm just showing you how they kind of bulge out, but not so much. They're super comfortable. I can't even lie, because that new shoes, sometimes you wear them and they hurt more than anything else for the first time. Look at the back, man. That's so dope. And again, that white midsole just makes it pop. The Wutang symbol with the black silhouette, it makes it unique in that own way. There's no denying this is Wutang, and then we come again to the front on the other toe box. Oh, look at me getting sidetracked. Let me get back to this tour. Come on, let's go. We finally made it out of the garage and we're approaching the front side to come in from the Las Vegas Boulevard on the actual strip. So if you're walking, if you're taking public transportation, if you're taking an Uber, this is the side you're going to come in on. So now let's go down to the street so that I can show you what you should see. That's Planet Hollywood on the other side, as a matter of fact, which is another landmark. And then there's the Bellagio. You know, we went to go see the Christmas display and all of that not too long ago. You need to check that out if you got the time. Now, getting to this actual sign, you see what it says, Las Vegas Strip South. You got elevators and you got stairs. So there's the Aria. We came down from that other side and we passed it. So if you're walking from the south, this is what you'll see coming to the actual Cosmopolitan. And if you're coming from the north, this is what you'll see. You've got the Planet Hollywood over there, the Eiffel Tower. Then you've still got this front side, which kind of starts the Art Deco. I'm going across the street to show you what it actually looks like when you actually walk up to the Cosmopolitan of Las Vegas. Bam. And there it is. You see all the different restaurants, shopping places. They actually have them displayed. I think that's so cool. And then they have some digital art as well. Let's go check out the hundreds of contemporary artworks by both established and emerging artists from all over the world that can be found throughout the Cosmopolitan. Designed to inspire discovery, the collection includes large-scale paintings, photography, mixed media, work sculpture, murals, and more. Artists are featured include Maya Hayek, Marilyn Minter, Rosemary Fiore, Alex DeCorte, Jonathan Borofiski, Nicola Lopez, Sayabam Liddell, Sylvia Hormit, and many others. Now that you've gotten inside, you see we have a beautiful restaurant over here, and we're walking through the casino. The young lady also gave me some more directions because you can tell me how to get somewhere, but if I don't see it visually in front of me, I'm still going to ask. Now, I see the casino has many different variations of slot machines, tables, and stuff. So I'm going to show you a little bit of things as part of this tour, get you a little familiar with the casino scene. And then I look to the left and I see this beautiful chandelier designed location, which without even knowing, this is the chandelier bar. Look at the seats. Oh my gosh, it's velvety over there. It's purple, one of my favorite colors. And then the glistening of the chandelier lights and actual design just all goes together. People are relaxing. It's the middle of the day. You can get you a nice cocktail to start your tour. You know, that's one thing in Vegas. You can walk around with a drink on the strip and nobody's going to say nothing to you. Isn't that awesome? Now, you don't have to drink alcohol. You can do mocktails or whatever you want to drink. You can just have a drink and walk. So this is another thing. Get you a nice coffee or tea. After brunch, come and see the art exhibit or the art collection. Now, look at all the slot machines. We're entering into now the actual table card games. And it's not as full as the slots. You know, people love the slots. Then you can come over to the cashier spot and get your cash out from the winnings from whatever slot machine or card tables that you've played at. You can also get change to play with the slots or the tickets, but you can get your actual playing tickets and come and cash out there. Now, let's move right along as we continue to go through the casino area so we can get to the concierge. I asked the security because it's kind of like going two ways and I want to make sure I'm going the right way. So he tells me to keep going straight for I am in the right direction. So that makes me feel good. Okay, now you see people coming in and going out. This on the right catches my eye. A nice design piece to keep separation from this wonderful restaurant and the actual crowd of the casino. And this is another thing we do in Vegas. We keep everything in one place and keep it separated all at the same time. Now as we move up further, there are different kind of card tables, so there's more crowd there, but that's the high rollers. If you got some money, that's where you go. And if you don't, stay out of there because they're going to get you. Now, moving right along, we see here people are coming and going. Some are just coming with their new luggage, so they're going to check in, and I'm following them because that's where the concierge is, which makes sense because the concierge helps you find out things to do within the actual hotel and the attractions and the entertainment within the local place. So they're the perfect place to go to know what's going on at the Cosmopolitan and to get the information you need to take your art collection tour. So let's keep strolling on down as we see people very much so intense playing the casino slots. And all the lights and stuff in here just makes it look amazing. The floor has nice carpeting. It's not dirty. It's not stink. You know, people are smoking, but for some odd reason, they have a good air filtering system because I don't smell the cigarette smoke like that. And I'm just noticing that guy was actually smoking. I never smell cigarette smoke, so that's a plus. And that's another thing that keeps me out of the casinos, actually, is because all that smoking, I can't do it, y'all. I want to be in there and not have to consider being secondhand cancer victim of any type. You know what I'm saying? So you see, oh girl, she got her baggage, and then these people, they're just, shopping. Everybody's got something going on. Some are the same, some are different. Now I'm coming to another bar. Everybody's relaxed. These are more look, the velvety circular look, the balls in the different display cases. But look at those display towers over there. Wow, that looks amazing. That definitely lets me know I'm in the right place. And while we're at it, let's talk about who started these digital towers, which is Yoko Ono. Yes, she was the first one to actually introduce it, to show various artists in a digital format. And it's been here since about 2010 when the Cosmopolitan first opened. Look where we are, the Concierge. Let's go inside and see what we need to go to get this art collection tour started. So I go in here, and this nice young lady hands me a card with Rose and the directions on it of how I go about using Rose to access the actual art collection. So I go in here and I'm not even thinking. And you can read this, you can stop, you can pause it and read it. But this Rose is absolutely amazing. It is an actual AI that they put together to take you on a tour of the art collection based on keywords. So as you can see, she just asked me what I would like to see. I said the art exhibit, the tour. So she's giving me details, and then she tells me where to go. And then I put in another word, wave, and then she tells me what that is. And I literally followed these instructions and saw some of the art. But what I want to say about this is that the Cosmopolitan has over 300 pieces in its art collection. With something as robust as Rose for an artificial intelligence, you guys should definitely add the collection. I don't know if you guys are actually building up to that. It is just going to take some time, but this is an amazing tool to have people do a self-tour throughout the hotel for the entire art collection. I'm just amazed because not only did it give me information about the art collection, Rose is just the actual residential artificial intelligence concierge, and there's no better way to say that. So here we are on our guided tour at our first stop, which is in the lobby at check-in, where we have Yoko Ono's Imagine piece, which was implemented in February of 2015. Yoko Ono put this together to give artists all around the world, including local artists, an opportunity to be displayed, and in conjunction with Art Production Fund, which allowed Cosmopolitan to acquire more digital artists to go within this whole display case. And as you can see, this is so amazing. Imagine it in person when you're seeing it now just on video. I first had to take second and third glimpses to see that these were not real people encased and just doing, other things. But because I came in earlier and I showed you a peek of how it had like an ocean view, I knew it was definitely art that was rotating. But this digital art is on a scale that is just truly amazing. Now, the Imagine piece is Yoko Ono's ongoing worldwide initiative of anti-violence that uses internet projects and presents, posters, thoughts, badges, and variety of other media to communicate its message of peace to the global community. So what a perfect piece, standing so tall at the actual entrance to show peace and cohesion, than a hotel with many different personalities and many different types of guests. Look how far it goes up. And look at the detail. Like, do you not feel like that's a real person encased in that tower? And there's not one of them, there's not two, but there's 6 of these towers that are just hanging out in the lobby in the Chelsea Tower. So the medium, which is what did the artist use to create this art, is actually 65 feet tall LED lights. So many LED lights put together in a 65-foot display of each one of the towers. How amazing and how overpowering. The new 2,995 room resort features oversized residential style living spaces with expansive one-of-a-kind private terraces. Resort features include 100,000 square feet of casino space, 60,000 square feet of world-class shopping, 43,000 square feet of spa, fitness, and salon offerings, 3 unique pool experiences, and multi-level integrated nightclubs. Signature restaurants include Blue Ribbon Sushi Bar and Grill, restaurants Bruce and Eric Bomberg, China Poblano, China Poblano, and Jahelio Restaurants by Chef Jose Andres, Comca by Los Angeles Chef David Myers, and DOCG in Scarpetta by award-winning chef Scott Kane, and New York City's Estaciario Milos by restaurateur Bostasos Spiladias, and popular steakhouse STK from the One Group. So not only are we seeing art collection, but we're seeing various things to do and places to go. And now I've just told you basically what's all inside the Cosmopolitan. Did you not enjoy that display tower? Let's get into these elevators and head on to the second level. And here's, another guide for you. The Chelsea Tower, floors 1 through 4 and 14 and 30. So we know for certain there's public spaces as well as private places. And you can't even access the private places unless you have a key, which makes it even more secure. Now that we're hopping on this elevator and getting up to the second floor, I'm feeling more confident in my little virtual tour because I now have the tools that I need to actually get around and to see this great art collection. Now I'm so excited to see it. We're on the second floor getting out. Let's see what we got going on here. So immediately when I turn out, I see this interesting looking timepiece, and I have to go see it because I'm immediately taken back to the Future or something, a little it's got a little Rick and Morty-ish going on over here. Something definitely somebody threw together as an experiment. It's so cool though. It's got all these little functioning gadgets at the top. I didn't know if I wanted to make a phone call or if I wanted to look into space with this. I don't even know what it's called. It's not played on here to tell me the name of it. If you figure this one out, please put it in the comments. I would love to know the artist that did this and actually what the thought process was behind it. Now I turn around and I see an Artomatic. This is a vending machine that has been discontinued for cigarettes, but has been transformed into an art vending machine that you can get $5 pieces. This was created concept by the artist Clark Whittington in 1997 in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, which is definitely near and dear to my heart. I was reared there. But he created this for an art. It became famous. And now, today, more than 100 refurbished cigarette vending machines stocked with work from more than 400 artists are spread across the United States. So make sure you go to the first, second, or third floor of the Cosmopolitan and grab you a $5 piece of art. You never know how much it'll be worth someday. And while we're at it, these were banned by many different places years ago. So for him to create such a magnificent thing from something that has been discontinued is not only amazing, but very impressive and very creative. And look, now it has like the pictures of the actual artwork that's in there. And this is a card from the artist. I think this is amazing. I'm sorry I didn't have the time and I forgot to go back and get one, but I will on my next trip. Let's mosey on over here to this display. Man, look at this. Y'all come and look at this. I'm not a collector of Pez, but I love to see them. And I love to see when people collect them, like what actually did they collect with these Pez's. So whomever put this together, they didn't have the nameplate here. You can definitely go check this out though and do your research to see the artist behind this. Now, I'm a little upset with these little dressers to hold up the display. I don't understand the actual feng shui, the color scheme, and I love the display case, but it's like two things just thrown together, and I want them to do better about that. The rug goes amazing because of the different color variations, but I don't think that dresser does, and it's just taken away from me. What do you think? Now look at this chocolate hill. Wow, that is so sexy. I don't know if it's melting or if it's supposed to be something deceptive, but Jamie Chung, the Chocolate Hill 2008, is a photograph. Wow, that looks great. So art can be photography as well. So we're learning various types of art in this art collection. And now we're going through, and here we see another Artomat So see, somebody is literally at the machine right now trying to purchase an automat. Now, it's interesting because now I'm seeing that each machine is different, but it's clear that it's an automat and people are definitely purchasing these things. Now, look at this other nifty piece over here. Again, the dresser is throwing me off. It doesn't really go anything with this whole, and I'm trying to figure out again the nameplate to see what this is. I'm going to have to do a little more research. Or how about you do the research and put it in the comments? But isn't this dope? Look at all the hands. Look at all the details in the designs. I don't know. What would you call this piece? Very interesting, right? Because the hands are going in all directions. Now, back to one of the well-known pieces here on the Chelsea Tower. Look at it. All of this material going on. And it's all one color, but it looks like it's scrap that has been put together to make a wave. And that's what, if you remember on the Rose app, you saw that, or the text message you saw where she was saying that go to the wave. So I went here based on Rose's direction on the virtual tour. This is very like amazing to me. It's so huge, and it's Zami Mitdal. The Cosmo Wave is what it's called, and it is huge. I'm telling you, you got to go look at the details for that for certain. But then we walk over here to this beautiful area where they have these dogs that are also part of the display, which is also in the text message. And Rose told me that I had to see. It's actually tree bark. Can you believe it? Look at the detail. I'm like, this is so cool. The different mixed medias in this art collection is crazy. Because for you to carve out a tree into a dog 4 times and put the eyes in there. The eyes are like gold with black irises. It's really cool close up, and to even touch. People take pictures with these statues. They're very well known, especially for the Cosmopolitan. And actually to be on the virtual tour with the AI Rose as the concierge, definitely know it's a stop worth taking. You see the seating areas over there so you can sit down and just admire the piece. And as you can see, they're tall. And they were a little taller than me, so they're definitely over 5'7", 5'9". So now that we've taken a greater look at these wonderful dogs, and you can go look at the details online, you know, because this is a very much so important piece. Let's go on through this virtual tour and see what else is in here and what we have to see. So I see people sitting down in these seats, and there's some art behind them. But I would never be as rude as to go, you know, behind someone just to get some details. And the fact that people are just sitting in these areas just let me know how, you know, immersive this art experience really is and this art collection is. And again, we have some black and whites that we're pulling up on. But this, my gracious, is stunning. It was a bunch of sculptured plates, it looked like to me, put together to make this face. And I'm telling you, it's definitely not giving it justice. Matt Colagari made that, and it's just not, this video is not giving it justice. You have to go see that. Now, I don't know what the dinosaur is doing over here on this table. Again, it doesn't have a nameplate. I don't know who the artist is. You can check it out, put it in the comments for me. But, you know, I don't really feel it goes with the collection at all. Like, I know a lot of things out of place is not the same, but it just threw me off. And being not having a nameplate, it really threw me off. Now we're going into an age or an era, because all of the art begins to look the same. The golden age of glam is where we're going. World War II. So this was March the 22nd, 1971, the ladies of Bardia-Shant. Now, these are ladies, and they're in the heels, and I think that's so cute. You see the frames are still the same, carried over from the first portrait. So these are all included in the golden age of glam. And these ladies are sitting pretty in their heels, literally. Now, they look like glass Cinderella slippers, so that makes them extra cute and extra, you know, appealing to the eye once you're walking down the whole thoroughfare. And then we had this little encased piece in the corner that struck my eye, because it looks like outer space in there, you know, with all the little carvings, looking like little eggshells they carved out. But it's a collab between Sue Lindbergh and Sierra Slits. It's untitled though, you know, which makes it more interesting. They didn't even know what they wanted to call it. Now, as I move on from this display, which is set up really well. Now, I like to see the fact that it's encased. It looks like it's a forestry type of whole thing going on. I don't know. That's the vibe I'm getting. What are you getting? So this man at the corner, and look what I see. This little girl is intrigued as I am. Then she takes off because it's like, oh my gosh, I've been sitting here really looking at this art piece, and exactly what it is very dominant in the middle of the floor type situation. So let's talk about it. This piece is a sculpture that represents Bondi as a modern day Bethlehem. The travelers have arrived exemplifies the way art can make us feel. These artworks remind us that we're just like everyone else. We're never alone in our travels, whether they're across the world or across town for coffee. The artist Gilly and Mark's bronze sculpture collection is an enchanting series that captures the essence of exploration, love, and beauty of nature. Look how these two have, one is the dog with the male body, and then the female is the rabbit. Like, we're both moving so fast. And then the nameplate is right there. You can see Gilly and Mark, the travelers have arrived. It's made in 2012. So it's been around for a minute. It's definitely takes some bruises and bumps. Let's go on to the next thing. What an amazing piece. This is Mae West dancing with Mr. America. And again, we're in the age of the whole World War II, happy-go-lucky, Louis Armstrong. You got Liberace on stage, everybody just having a ball. It's the glam stage, the glam era, and everything is consistent there. Now, another piece that's encased that really looks like an antler with a headpiece. You get closer, it's different medians from nature. I love this. This is from Sierra Slintz, which was also a person who collabed on the last Untitled piece, and this is from 2013. Back into the glam of Vegas. Here we are looking at what? A chilly Miss Iceberg. Very nice. And then we have the ever stunning Marilyn Maxwell performing on stage. And there it is, you know, all of them all at once. So you didn't think I forgot to show you. Come on now, we're doing this art collection and we are not going to miss anything if our hearts can help it. I swear I love these frames, and you definitely know they are actually custom made. This was February 11th with actress Vicky, and wow, this is what I'm showing you now, getting ready to enter into the Boulevard Tower. So let me give you a 360 view of where we just came and all the art pieces we just saw. So let's head on over here to the Boulevard Tower and see what that has to offer and what it's giving. We're going through the box office, which you can check out a movie. There's a clothing shop right here to your left. So as you can see, we're seeing the mixed forms of what the Cosmopolitan has to offer. There is a collection of the graphic art, so another form of art. And Do Not Disturb is also listed on the text messages with the AI Rose. So you'll definitely be able to come to this and connect to the Boulevard if you just use the actual guide virtual tour with the AI. As we come around the corner, we see food places to eat, we see places to shop, we see bars, and we see the club. Because in the club, we all the same, ain't it? Anyway, let's see here. We're going to walk down this way. And again, the chandelier bar is from the lower level, but it also comes up to the second level, so you can see the ambiance it creates in the visual appeal. That purple is just amazing. It just hits the notes all on the floor. The chandelier sparks and just replicates that look. There's a marquee nightclub out here, so you can shake a little tail feather, if I can get that out. Now, X-Lutz, I've heard about this. I am going to make time to do some brunch over there. And we have a nice little seating spot outside of the chandelier bar for kids and adults nonetheless. Now over on that adjacent wall, we have some more pieces of art in this collection. Wow, this looks like raised bubbles, but when you get closer, it's glass. And this is for Michael Sakura Barnacles. That's pretty nice. So you see there, it doesn't give his date of birth or anything. So Michael is very private, but he's a good artist. Now there's some more pieces. This looks a little more complicated and involved. Definitely need to put that on pause and look at the details and zoom into this. And it's just little miniature things like a woman would love. You know what I'm saying? It's like so femaleish. So this is Michael Mapes, and this is Dutch female. I said it, composite specimen. So there it is. I guess everything Dutch females may use for their personals. I don't know. But there goes some more of the barnacles type scheme. And then another nice, looks like it's woven or stitched type material. And then this big old piece right here that looks like somebody just threw a bunch of paint and just started scraping. I love abstract. I love it because I want to tell it. I want to interpret what it is. I don't want you to always have to tell me. And then this is by Curtis, Kulik, and it was made in 2012. So some of these pieces have been around for a minute. Check him out. He's Paris, Tokyo, Los Angeles, various places. Now, getting back around this corner, checking out this egg slut. It's not so busy. It's like 2 in the afternoon. So I know exactly what time I need to come around to get me something decent on a brunch type feel. You know, I'm not coming here for breakfast. I'm not getting in that Vegas traffic. If you know, you know. Moving back on our little stroll. They've got some sitting areas with some cool little seats, as you can see. And then this is egg sluts. Look at the little eggshell half crack. That's so cute. I want to come here just to sit in the seat. Stop playing with me. I am definitely a kid at heart. So I'm going over here looking at this elevator. I was hoping somebody would come up so you can see how it was a glass encased elevator, but no one did. So I'm not sad, but I would have liked for y'all to see that. Let's move right along back over here. I'm realizing that, wow, I've been in here already going on 2 hours. I'm not complaining, but then again, it's the traffic in Vegas and it's around 2, about to be 3. So I had to calculate and it was about time to wrap it up. Look at the details in that chandelier on the ceiling. Can you imagine how much they paid for all that chandelier ambiance to be going on 2 different floors? Yeah. I don't even want to know the price. If you figure it out, if you have the details on that, please let me know. Just for being nosy sake. Now, you know, you see there's families. You see there's people of all ages coming together. Some nicely dressed, some casually dressed. But that's the vibe here in the Cosmopolitan. It's not about, you know, this bougie situation. And I can promise you, the whole time I was there, nobody even did anything more than said hello or gently moved out my way so that I could take some type of video or picture. And I don't know why I didn't take the pictures besides some of this art, like I'm always trying to take pictures everywhere else. But I promise you, I am going back. I'm going to do a brunch date with this, and I'm going to also just do a walk around with a cocktail or mocktail, depending on how I'm feeling on whatever given day. But yeah, I mean, I got to get back here in so many different ways. I'm just excited, and I'm just like overly pleased with what I'm seeing and how the vibe is in here. And I would have never come to the Cosmopolitan had I not initiated this, you know, tour. And make sure whatever you do, you click on that link and you get that ebook and you download it and see what you can do free in Vegas, because it makes no sense that you haven't liked, comment, or subscribed as of yet. We need to get involved. Give me comments so I can know how I need to best build this community to make sure we all travel, because that's the point of all this, isn't it? We need to travel and we need to go places where we get a good cost or a good deal. So in saying all those things, let's get back around this corner. Moving back in this area, there's another bar right beside the Marquee Club that I actually missed when I was walking through the first time. Now that we are getting past all of that, I noticed the picture that I definitely didn't notice before. Look up, look ahead. You see that picture in the corner with the lady looking like her legs crossed? Tell me why. This is a bunch of key cards from the Cosmopolitan that have been discontinued that the artist took and made into an actual portrait. This is amazing. When you get up close and you see the detail, and then the key cards are like, some is metallic, and then the colors and the way they put this together. And then the artist was saying how she was in the middle of Vegas in the middle of the summer and it was very hot and she couldn't use the right things to cure the painting to make it easier and quicker. So she had to take the long route. And I'm so glad she did. This is so sexy. I would definitely want this in my bedroom above my bed. That's crazy. Mallory, you did some good work. Good. Keep up the good work there. Now cutting back around the corner to the graphic art that we have here that we already saw. We are going back down this walkway. And I want to take this moment to say that, you know, whether you're solo travel or group travel, family travel, you can see that all these virtual tours are not something that is going to take from you. Just go, you know. You can go any way with a group or by yourself. Now I'm looking at this piece in the corner like, what are all these little intricate parts looking like boxes? But as I get closer, they're welded pieces that have been placed together strategically to look like a box. But it's really not. Wow, you got the XOs, TikTok pieces, and all that stuff. Like, I'm amazed. These artists really took time with this. Kaiser's Teodon, Evolution in the Farm. Now, who would have thought? But again, you have to go do additional research to realize what these artists were actually talking about. And check out these pieces. What an amazing place to stop and put a hold, because guess what? We are wrapping up this virtual tour, but I want you to come back. What's up, guys? We are here in the Cosmopolitan in the Chelsea Tower. Did you enjoy the tour so far? I couldn't show you everything, because if I show you everything, then you wouldn't have nothing to come and be surprised about. So it's over 300 pieces of art work in this entire hotel. Come and check it out. It's definitely worth the date night. Make sure you stay tuned, like, follow, and subscribe. But for more, and before we go, let's check out the scene. How about it? Stay tuned for the next episode, because if you don't, it's on it's free. So remember how I told you that I was going to show you the map at some point? Well, here it is. This is the map, and don't worry, I have a whole link. And then this guide is very important with the colors, so you can see the color scheme to see where you go. But I have a link in the description so that you can click on that, maybe print out before you go, or have it as a reference point in your phone while you're there. 4 levels and other different sites where the public has access to in this amazing 50 and 52 story hotel and casino. Do not sleep at all on the Cosmopolitan. And this is a place where you can come various different times to do various different things. And if you're a local resident, you can park for free. And if you're not, and you have your MGM rewards, we'll check that out with the link in the description. You can also park at a discount or for free. But you see, people are coming and going, and everybody is having a great time. I didn't feel at all out of place. And I was able to get a drink if I wanted to, get some water if I wanted to, get some food to eat, watch a movie, all in one place. And if I even wanted a place to stay, long term or short term, I could do that as well. So in saying all those things, I thank you so very much for joining me. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You see the art still going on. We here in the parking garage. But me, I come in here and I forget where I park.